Are you tired of the endless cycle of weight loss advice that promises the moon but delivers zilch? You've seen the wild claims online. Lose 10 pounds in 3 days with some magic fruit-only diet. And let's be honest, you know deep down it sounds way too good to be true. You're right to be skeptical. That kind of rapid loss is usually just water weight, and it almost never lasts. It just leaves you feeling hungry, deprived, and right back where you started. It's a frustrating loop that can make you wonder if anything actually works. But what if the path to real, sustainable weight management wasn't about starving yourself? What if I told you that a realistic goal of losing 2 to 4 pounds in the next 14 days could be kickstarted not by eating less, but by strategically adding more to your plate? It sounds a little backward, but the science is compelling. The secret isn't some punishing fruit-only fad. It's about incorporating 8 specific powerhouse fruits into your already balanced meals. In this video, we're cutting through the noise. We're going to show you the 8 fruits that science suggests can genuinely support your body's health goals in just 2 weeks, by working with your metabolism, not against it. We'll get into the science-backed reasons these fruits are so effective, from fibers that keep you full for hours to compounds that may help your body process fat. So, if you're ready to ditch the myths and learn a realistic, delicious, and effective way to jumpstart your wellness journey, you're in the right place. Blueberries, the antioxidant powerhouse. Kicking off our list at number 1. We have blueberries. And for good reason. In large-scale observational studies that tracked thousands of people over many years, increased blueberry intake was consistently linked with less weight gain. One major review found that a greater intake of blueberries was associated with a weight difference of about 1.5 pounds over a 4-year period. So, what makes these little berries so mighty? Their secret weapon is a class of antioxidants called anthocyanins. These are the natural pigments that give blueberries their gorgeous deep blue color, but they do a lot more than just look good. Research suggests that anthocyanins may influence genes that regulate fat metabolism. In fact, one 223 trial found that trained athletes who consumed the equivalent of a cup of wild blueberries daily for 2 weeks actually increased their rate of fat burning during moderate exercise. They were literally burning more fat for fuel just by adding blueberries to their diet. On top of that, blueberries are fantastic for managing hunger. A full cup has only about 84 calories but packs in 3.6 grams of dietary fiber. This fiber is key because it slows down digestion. So, instead of a quick sugar rush and the crash that leaves you raiding the pantry, the natural sugars in blueberries are released slowly. This helps keep your blood sugar stable, preventing the spikes and dips that trigger hunger. Apples, the satiety superstar. Coming in at number 2 is a fruit so common we sometimes forget it's a weight management superstar. The apple. Apples are consistently linked with positive weight outcomes in multiple studies. One long-term study in PLOS Medicine found that an additional daily serving of apples or pears was associated with about 1.25 pounds less weight gain over a 4-year period, a more significant effect than many other fruits. One 12-week study even had overweight women eat 3 apples a day. They lost an average of 2.9 pounds over the study, showing a measurable impact. The primary weapon in an apple's arsenal is a type of soluble fiber called pectin. When pectin hits the water in your stomach, it forms a gel. This gel does a couple of amazing things. First, it physically slows down how fast your stomach empties, which makes you feel full for way longer. This is why eating a whole apple before a meal has been shown to reduce how many calories you eat during that meal by up to 15%. Your brain gets the "I'm full" signal sooner and stronger, so you naturally eat less. Plus, the simple act of chewing a crisp, fibrous apple sends signals to your brain that you're eating something substantial, much more so than just drinking apple juice. With a medium apple clocking in at under 100 calories and offering about 4 grams of that hunger-busting fiber, it's a low-energy density food. It gives you a lot of satisfying volume for very few calories, helping you push out more calorie-dense snacks. Pears. the gut-friendly fiber source. Next up, at number 3, we have pears. Often grouped with apples in studies because they're so similar, pears share many of the same weight loss perks. Just like apples, they're loaded with fiber, especially pectin, and have a low calorie count, making them fantastic for appetite control. Long-term studies have confirmed that, like apples, increased pear consumption is associated with less weight gain over time. But what makes pears stand out is their effect on gut health. Pears are a great source of both soluble and insoluble fiber. We've talked about the soluble kind, which forms that gel to keep you full. But the insoluble fiber, which gives the skin that slightly gritty texture, works like a broom for your digestive system. It adds bulk and keeps you regular, a crucial and often overlooked part of a healthy metabolism. Even better, the fiber in pears acts as a prebiotic, which means it's food for the good bacteria in your gut. A healthy, diverse gut microbiome is increasingly being linked by science to better weight regulation. These good bacteria ferment the fiber and produce something called short-chain fatty acids, which have been shown to have a ton of benefits, including potentially influencing appetite-regulating hormones. So, when you eat a pear, you're not just feeding you, you're feeding an entire internal ecosystem that can help your body manage weight more effectively. Watermelon, the hydration hero. At number 4 is the undisputed king of summer fruit, watermelon. You might think it's just sugar and water, but that's precisely its superpower. At over 90% water, watermelon is one of the most hydrating and least calorie-dense foods you can possibly eat. A giant, satisfying cup of it has only about 30 calories. That high water content is clutch for weight loss because it helps you feel full without loading you up on calories. A fascinating study published in the journal Nutrients had overweight individuals snack on either 2 cups of watermelon or some low-fat cookies with the same number of calories for 4 weeks. The results were incredible. The watermelon group felt way more full and less hungry, and at the end of the 4 weeks, the watermelon eaters had lost weight, shrunk their waist-to-hip ratio, and even lowered their blood pressure. The cookie group? They actually gained body fat. The main magic is simple: displacement. When you choose a big, juicy slice of watermelon for a snack, its sheer volume fills you up, satisfies your sweet tooth, and leaves less room for high-calorie junk. It keeps you hydrated, which is essential for a healthy metabolism, and makes you feel full for barely any calories. All right, we're halfway through our list. We've covered blueberries, apples, pears, and watermelon. I've got to know which of these is your go-to favorite. Drop it in the comments below. And hey, if you're finding this useful and you're ready for the next 4, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's a small click for you, but it's a huge help for the channel. Now, let's get back to it. Strawberries, the metabolic modulator. Number 5 on our list is another fan favorite, the strawberry. Just like their blueberry cousins, strawberries are low in calories and sugar, but high in fiber, water, and awesome plant compounds. Studies have shown a clear link between eating more strawberries and managing weight better over the long term. A cup of sliced strawberries has over 3 grams of fiber for only about 50 calories. That high fiber-to-calorie ratio is exactly what you're looking for to help stabilize your blood sugar and prevent those energy crashes that send you running for a candy bar. But where strawberries really get interesting is their potential to influence metabolism. They are rich in polyphenols, including anthocyanins, and another compound called ellagic acid. Some research suggests these compounds can have a positive effect on hormones related to appetite and fat. For example, they might influence adiponectin, a hormone that plays a role in breaking down fatty acids. Higher levels of adiponectin are generally linked to having a lower body fat percentage. While the effect is likely modest, every little bit helps nudge your metabolism in the right direction. Grapes, the resveratrol-rich refresher. Coming in at number 6 are grapes. Grapes sometimes get a bad rap for being sugary, but when you eat the whole fruit, studies show they're actually linked with better weight management. A major study found that adding more grapes to the diet was associated with about a 3/4 of a pound difference in weight over a 4-year period. Like watermelon, grapes have a high water content, which helps you feel full, and their natural sweetness is perfect for crushing a sugar craving for way fewer calories than a processed dessert. But the real star in red and purple grapes is a compound in the skin called resveratrol. You've probably heard of it. Animal studies have suggested that resveratrol can interact with genes responsible for fat cell formation and may even mimic some of the metabolic effects of calorie restriction by activating pathways like SIRT1. While we need more human studies to be sure, the initial evidence is promising. Their hydrating nature, satisfying sweetness, and unique compounds make whole grapes a smart choice. Prunes, the digestive aid. At number 7, we have a fruit that might surprise you. Prunes. Yep, dried plums. Now, most dried fruits are calorie-dense, so you have to watch your portions. But prunes have a unique set of qualities that make them great for weight management. The secret is their 1-2 punch of fiber and sorbitol. Prunes are famous for helping with digestion, and for good reason. They contain a mix of soluble fiber, which slows digestion to keep you full, and insoluble fiber, which keeps things moving. But they also contain sorbitol, a sugar alcohol that is digested slowly and helps contribute to that feeling of fullness. One clinical trial directly tested this. They had one group of overweight participants snack on prunes every day. After 12 weeks, the prune eaters had lost more weight and had a greater reduction in their waist circumference than the control group. They also reported feeling less hungry. A few prunes can be incredibly satisfying, curb a sweet craving, and keep you full for hours, making them a surprisingly powerful portion-controlled ally. Avocados, the healthy fat hero. Rounding out our list at number 8 is the avocado. And I know what you're thinking. An avocado? It's full of fat and calories. You're right, it is. But this is the perfect example of why just counting calories doesn't tell the whole story. The type of fat in avocados is mostly monounsaturated fat, the same heart-healthy kind you find in olive oil. This healthy fat is incredibly satiating. Fat takes longer to digest than carbs, so it stays in your stomach longer and keeps you feeling full. One study found that adding half an avocado to lunch significantly increased fullness and reduced the desire to eat for hours afterward. Plus, avocados are fiber superstars. A single avocado can have a whopping 1013 grams of fiber, which works with those healthy fats to absolutely crush hunger. It's a powerful combo. A 2021 study even showed that women who ate an avocado every day for 12 weeks saw a reduction in visceral abdominal fat. That's the dangerous fat that surrounds your organs. While avocados are calorie-dense, those calories work for you. Adding avocado to your toast, salad, or smoothie adds serious staying power that helps you eat fewer calories overall. So there you have it. 8 delicious science-supported fruits that can help you kickstart your wellness journey when you add them to a balanced diet. The big takeaway here is that we're not talking about a fruit-only diet. That's not sustainable. The whole idea is strategic addition and displacement. By bringing in blueberries, apples, pears, watermelon, strawberries, grapes, prunes, and avocados, you're using their natural benefits. You're using their fiber and water to feel fuller on fewer calories. You're using their unique compounds, like anthocyanins and resveratrol, to potentially give your metabolism a helpful nudge. And you're using their healthy fats and low glycemic nature to keep cravings and energy crashes at bay. The key is to eat them whole and use them to replace less healthy calorie-dense foods. Have an apple instead of a bag of chips. Snack on watermelon instead of cookies. Add avocado to your salad to make it more filling and satisfying. True, lasting change doesn't come from a 3-day cleanse. It comes from building healthy habits you can stick with. And what's more sustainable than adding more delicious, powerful foods to your life? You have the knowledge. Start small. Pick one or two of these to add to your week and see how you feel. You have the power to transform your body, not with punishment, but with nourishment. If this video helped you see fruit in a new light, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join our community for more science-backed health advice. And for your next step, I want you to comment below with the one fruit from this list you're most excited to add to your diet this week. I can't wait to see what you choose. Thanks.